Okay, we're recording right now, so whenever you're ready.
On Audacity.
Alright, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, clap. Okay, we're fucking delayed.
There was a second delay in that, but
Okay,
you can figure that out.
3. Okay, let's do it. If there's seconds delay. Okay, hold up. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay, that's close enough. That's close. You want to do? Okay, one more time.
Close enough, I guess.
Okay, let's do it one more time. Okay.
Fucking God.
3, 2, 1, 1. That's good. That's good. Okay, I'll work with that. Hello, everybody.
God.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first podcast. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Welcome to the first podcast of TalkVR.
TalkVR.
One of your hosts, AJ. I am the tech guy, the guy who goes over all the photography and things like that. And this is Drunken.
I'm the lead one.
Introduce yourself. Well, not the only one, but you're the
Okay,
one
yeah, I'm up.
who's doing it more than me.
Yeah. So I'm Drunken. I'm also pretty techy, but I'm not that knowledgeable like within networking. I'm like a novice in networking. I do 3D printing. I do I just do a lot of random stuff. But I also do a lot of VR, Unity streaming, and well, at the moment mostly 3D printing because I'm 3D printing upgrades. So, but it's okay. We can have an episode where we also talk about 3D printers. Hopefully. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
was that long one? So, let's see here. I need to get this open. I need to get this open right now. The first one. Let's see here. Windows.
If you're
What?
looking back at this, you're gonna laugh.
We're gonna laugh like shit after this episode. First episode, guys. Keep in mind, everybody. First episode, so we are really, really bad at this. So please be gentle with
Never
us.
done a podcast, never been on a podcast, so
Never done it. We're brand new to this. I just need to find.
we both been streamers, so like we're not uncomfortable with recording.
Yeah, we're not completely novices. Where the fuck is my Twitter?
Mhm.
Hold up, cause hold up a second. Have I not opened
How
up?
are you going on Twitter?
No, because I have it there. I have it there. That's where I have my.
There? What do you mean it there?
The fucking doc file. You know what I mean. I don't have it
You mean
open.
the spreadsheet?
Yeah, the spreadsheet.
Hello.
Fuck, that's not.
I have the spreadsheet right in front of me.
Oh fuck. Yeah, because basically I have. Hold up a second. Let's go to monitor one.
Because I also have notes and shit like that.
I think we need that. Why's my monitor upside down all of a sudden?
First topic was actually VR headsets.
Yeah, first topic was VR headsets. So we're gonna be talking about VR headsets. We're both VR players, as you can see. It's quite obvious that we both are VR players, and we do enjoy the VR.
Well, she has.
Oh, for fuck's sake, my hips.
Full body. I have fake full body.
That's something we can talk about as well. You know, the whole you know, fake and real. At the moment, I'm just struggling with tracking right now for some reason.
I can't turn around.
Yeah, that sounds like a you problem.
Oh, shut up.
But anyways,
about the VR headsets, Decagear recently stopped doing the pre-orders. They have stopped doing the pre-orders so they can focus on the production of the headsets.
that was really a big jump, wasn't it? Yeah. What if the viewers don't know what the Decagear is? You know, like what kind of headset is it? Oh, already in the first episode? Already in the first episode, you're telling the audience to go fuck, oh my god.
Okay.
Already.
Decagear is a new headset that's coming out. It has face tracking, it has facial tracking, it has eye tracking, finger tracking, and this is almost a fraction of the price than an HP Reverb. It's about 488 euros with wireless. and that's just the price for that is just ridiculous. But you do have to remind yourself it is a new company,
It's a
so you
brand new
do have to
company.
put your trust into like something that you don't really trust. So yeah, but they recently stopped doing the production of it because they stopped doing the pre-orders. So
Did you say they stopped doing the production? Wait, hold on, what?
they stopped doing the production of
Yeah.
what was it again?
The headset.
The Deca Move.
Oh yeah, the Deca move. Yeah. But there's a bit of a suspicion though, because that company who runs Decagear at the moment, they have a bit of a background of promising some techy products but never fulfilling it. But at the moment, I do see that there is a few people who worked on the Vive, or sorry, not the Vive, the Index, who's also working on the Decagear. So
Yeah.
they may go through with the
And they
promise.
have released the Deca Move, which already has been received by multiple YouTubers, and
Mm-mm.
well, it's more. It gives us more trust into the company than they're not doing anything.
Yeah,
They're at
yeah.
least doing something.
Because if you guys want to know the technical term for basic that kind of like scammy kind of products that where they don't go through the promises or even just cancel the product in general, it's called, if I'm not mistaken, it's called vaporware. And because it just vanishes, it just vaporizes, it just goes up in steam and never again is mentioned again. No updates whatsoever. Yeah, that's what it's called. But anyways, yes, the Decagear. It looks promising and it's a lot cheaper than, for example, what I bought because
I
I
actually
have.
pre-ordered it.
You pre-ordered it, so you will be able to give a first-hand
Mhm.
review on it. So if it comes, that's the thing.
I already
If it
know.
comes,
Well, yeah, if it comes, but also with that, also, the Giga Gear production will start in Q3, and they might ship in
yeah,
Q4 this year. So I
yeah.
might be actually reviewing the product this year.
Hopefully.
And about the wireless is going to be run at Wi-Fi 6, which is going to be a quite good thing in my situation because I have a Wi-Fi 6 mesh system in my whole house, so I can literally walk around with my headset
Oh
for
yeah,
my whole house and just play VR. It's going to be
that's
weird if I'm in the kitchen like doing Beat Saber.
you're just cutting up the vegetables while you're playing Beat Sabers, like two knives, be like. That'd be awesome.
How many fucking windows I would hit if I would do that?
Oh god, it was so bad. I already have it very cramped
Yeah.
already. I also have a Wi-Fi mesh, so I have two meshes right now, which is covering the entire house to give the entire house internet. So yeah, it is a good thing. It's really neat though.
Still don't get it. Why the fuck are you using Wi-Fi? Why don't you use Ethernet?
The
Ethernet is
thing
the fucking
is,
shit.
I live in the countryside, and the house we currently live in is enormous. And basically, the Ethernet cable would be, I would have to hang it up. Okay, first of all, from where it is, I would then have to drag a cable, uh, like along the wall, downstairs, and I gotta do it on along the wall again because the ceiling is too high. Because yeah, it's weird how you actually need to have like a ladder, a really long ladder to reach up that. Then you have to go like on the ceiling and then upstairs again, and then around. Then I had to do the hall through the wall to get into my room. It would be 20 meters or even more of Ethernet cable to even to just get it there. And,
You
and
can buy 15 meters pre-made.
but it wouldn't look nice. That's the thing. It wouldn't look nice.
So what? It wouldn't look nice. It's functional.
I live with my parents. Don't forget that shit. I don't think they would.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
one
think.
cable.
But yeah, it's one cable that will run through most of the house.
Why don't you just put it into the wall and then bring it up?
I could. I may look into that later. But yeah, I'm still on Wi-Fi. It's I've been on Wi-Fi for like the longest. But it was in.
I don't even know when I was off Wi-Fi, to be honest.
Yeah, me
Like, I
neither.
have been wired almost my whole life.
No, because the thing is that over here in the countryside, we recently, like in 2017, we finally received fiber. Before that, we had old copper cables from the 70s. Yes, the old copper because
I have. I
because
don't
we
know
live.
anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Because you live in the Netherlands, that is small. Over here, they had to invest so much.
Small.
No, because they had to invest so
You know
much
how many
more.
places in the Netherlands you don't have fiber?
Well, yeah, that too is probably a few places, but at the moment here, we were so lucky because one of the companies finally decided, like, oh yeah, we should upgrade the lines, shouldn't we? Like, it's been copper wires since the 70s, and they finally upgraded. It's one of those shit copper cables. So I had legit 0.3 megabits up and down. Yeah, 300
I get
kilobytes.
more of my fucking 4G.
Yeah, exactly. It is insane.
Back in the day, 3G was even faster than that.
It really was. Yeah, I used so much mobile data back then.
Yeah.
Like, holy fucking shit. Legit.
Let's go to the.
Let's go to the
You want
topic.
to go to the next topic instead of like going further with this?
We're going further. We're going off topic. We're just derailing so hard. Okay, so next, we're just gonna talk about VR again, and I guess like more technology.
Yeah, still VR headsets. DIY VR headsets. I've showed you it once
Yes.
on stream.
You did show me once.
It's quite interesting, to be honest.
It is.
For $200, you can get a VR headset that's quite decent and has the same display in there as a mixed reality.
Exactly, and you build it yourself, so it's quite fun. So you kind of understand how it's built.
Yeah.
But that being said, I don't even know how to use a Raspberry Pi yet. I have a Raspberry Pi, but I don't know because I have it for a lewd reason. I'm gonna make something pretty lewd. I have it for that reason.
The fuck are you gonna use the Raspberry Pi for a lewd reason? How?
Okay, so it's more of a
You
punishment.
can use the Arduino or something to remote control into a vibrator or something. What the...
The Lovins already can do that, but this is good, so cute.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying it.
But a shock. It's more of a punishment because of the COVID, the whole COVID thing right now, and it's very ERP related, But a shock collar.
Oh my god.
Yes. So VR actually it's VR related after all. It's for the virtual role playing.
Yeah, but that's a later topic.
It's a much later topic, guys.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be a topic for later.
Yeah.
But anyways, yes, VR
Come
technology.
on, man. We're talking about DIY.
Yeah,
headsets. You're
yeah.
gonna talk about, oh, let me remote into my shock collar.
Yeah. It's quite different, isn't it? But yeah, the DIY heads.
No difference at all.
No difference. It's basically the same. It's a DIY thing. It's a DIY thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a DIY thing. I can also DIY made a fucking pocket pussy with my fucking.
Oh my god!
Splinter.
Shock. Okay. Let's go back to. Yeah, let's go back to. Okay, so yeah, the DIY looks cool.
We can go to the next topic.
But technically speaking, because there's a lot of VR things. So basically, yeah, the DIY headsets really cool. Because considering that most of us, like for example, I spent in total, like let's say $1,000, 1,000 fucking USD, on both the headset. Because the headset itself costs like, actually no, I think I spent more even. I think because honestly, the headsets cost me like 700 or 800 USD, and then I got with the track with everything. That was with everything, like the lighthouses, the Vive controllers. Then I spent about €300 or ish, almost. Actually no, I think over here one tracker cost like 150 USD over here.
151 fucking tracker?
For the Vive trackers, because here's the thing: in Norway, where I'm from, prices are usually a lot more, because we earn more. That's the problem. We earn more than the average people, like the average European, for example.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I don't. Of course not. I'm fucking unemployed. I don't earn anything. I earn a tiny bit from the Twitch donations and
if you're
subs.
gonna buy something, if you're gonna buy something,
I gotta save up a
don't
lot.
buy stuff if you're in Norway. Just buy shit. Just get a friend or something and
Yeah,
let them
yeah.
ship it out.
That's what I'm using my boyfriend for, since he's from Sweden. That's why I kind of, especially with VR stuff, I use him for that. And it's very useful.
I use them only not for that.
Okay, whoa. It's VR, VR team, VR topic.
Well, ERP is still VR.
Okay, it is VR. Okay, ERP is VR. Yeah, no, because of COVID right now, ERP is the only fucking release. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. Okay, but anyways, yeah. But it's true. It's the same thing as with Switzerland. Switzerland is the same issue. They earn more, thus they have to pay more. But they don't have a problem because a lot of Swiss they have so much money, especially at least the ones who's employed. The unemployed don't get that much money. But yeah, I am. Yeah, so but yeah, it costs a lot more. But yeah, but I think it was
Strange. It's completely different here.
It is because I think it's because the European Union, because Norway and Switzerland isn't part of the European Union. I think it's because of that. Honestly, I think it is.
I can get like, for example, like a milkshake or something for less than €1.
Yeah, we can't get that out here. I think milkshakes. If you buy it at like a convenience store, it costs like I think 1.5 euros.
1. So you
Yeah.
pay 150 for one small milkshake.
Yeah. Oh, you don't even want to fucking know.
I pay
Okay.
150 for a large one.
Yeah, the price didn't increase because recently I was at IKEA because I needed something for my gaming chair. Actually, well, I call it a gaming chair, but it's actually just an office chair for like 2015.
No, mine's too.
Yeah, it's the cheapest. It's the cheapest. We can't all afford like gaming gaming chairs and everything. Not
Yeah,
even.
but dude, you know what's strange? Those gaming chairs are not even that comfortable to sit
They're
on.
not. They just look nice. For streamers, they just look
They
nice.
only look nice.
Yeah, exactly.
I had one of those chairs before, and I had a backache almost every time I fucking sat on it
Oh
because
yeah.
it's sort of like a race chair. You're supposed to sit in there like actively, like right up. But if you just want to relax or something,
Yeah.
or if you're in VR, you just want to lay a little bit down, and that's just not comfortable at all.
No, exactly, because that's why I use yoga balls mostly for VR. I use yoga balls. It's much easier to sit
Well,
on.
that's not only because of that.
What? Anyways, but the whole gaming shares
Don't
thing.
worry, you don't see anything bouncing.
I don't see exactly. You don't see anything about it. So, anyways, the thing is, especially with like the gaming chairs, is you're supposed to sit straight up. It forces your chest out. It's supposed to, because that's a good sitting position apparently. So, and I don't know.
Well, it's a healthy one to sit like straight up and stuff like that.
It is healthy.
But not everybody's gonna sit that 24/7.
Listen, I don't.
I'm even the ones who's listening to this. You're gonna sit, and then later on you slouch a little bit if you
You're
want.
gonna
If you
slouch.
watch
You're
a
gonna,
movie or something.
yeah. You're
Tell me
gonna,
you don't do that.
yeah. Either you're gonna listen to this in the bathtub, in the bed, or while you're jogging or walking even. Or you're gonna, well, I don't know, some people are gonna watch this. But yeah, if you, we forgot to mention, we're gonna have one audio version and one video version. So if you're on the audio version, you won't see what's behind us, because we will have up everything that we've been talking about, especially with the VR headsets and also the gaming chairs. We're gonna have a few pictures of that up and running around here. Anyways.
By the way, we're not gonna have the pictures of the love fans.
No. We're not gonna have that because unless we somehow get sponsored by them, we will not have the pictures up.
I mean, I know some people.
Wait, some people in love it? Oh, introduce me.
No.
We need some sponsorships, Anyways.
I don't need a sponsorship for a podcast for VR. We're gonna get sponsored by Love Sense. It's not an 18 plus podcast.
It's for the ERP part of VR.
Yeah, but that's only VR chat.
It is. Okay, but anyways.
Maybe
um
chill out, but that's it.
yeah, Sheila as well. But
And
okay.
Neos, but
Neos, I haven't tried Neos. Actually, you know what? Speaking of VR, I have yet to try out Sheila VR, and I have yet to try out Neos. I haven't tried those out yet.
really,
Yeah, I actually have both of them
you've
installed,
never
but
tried it out?
I haven't tried them yet.
I have tried both, and Neos VR. It's just, it's complicated.
Isn't that maybe a furry?
Literally, I just wanted to change something of it. Well, it is not boring if you have friends there. If you're alone
Yeah,
there, then it's really boring.
it's kind of
But
because
that's the
there's.
difference between Neos and VR chat. VR chat, if you're alone, just go to a public world.
Yeah, exactly.
Just talk to people and do and get friends. Neos VR, how the fuck do you get to a public world?
Oh yeah, the same thing is there's another. There's a Japanese kind of like VR game, kind of similar to like, I guess it's not like VR chat, but you can still be an anime character and everything, but like how the fuck are you supposed to meet people there? It's like the holocam or holocam something. I forgot the name of it. Oh,
Oh, okay.
something like that. It's on Steam, and I have it. Is it Holocast
Oh,
maybe?
okay.
Holocast, I think. Hold up, hold up. Let me do a check here.
Don't say Holocaust.
Is that a bad thing? Cinema.
Think about it. Holocaust.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm not checking through it. Yeah, no, it's called
But you know,
Virtual
VR
Cast.
is actually quite good.
Which one?
If you have played I have played TALKVR before it got out on
Oh yeah.
Steam because one of
Oh.
my friends told me to get one. Told me to get on it just to like see how it is. I already have one of my avatars on there.
Oh, cool.
It's creating an avatar. Creating an avatar for that is almost same as VR chat, but
Oh.
there's one difference with it. Where you speak out of, you have to put that at your mouth.
Oh, the bones?
So you can also put it at your ass. So yeah. No, not the bones.
Ah. Oh, no, the bones. Oh.
You know your viewpoint. Your viewpoint is technically a ball if you do that in Unity. But with VR, they also have a ball for your mouth. So
Oh,
you
so
speak out of it.
so you can actually, because that's the problem with VR. It's like you don't often like for example right now I'm touching it right now. I'm touching it on my headset, like directly on my headset, in the middle. But that's probably because I'm sitting as well. I heard Shield VR has a much better like full body system as well. I heard.
Well, it does. It's more. It tracks better, but it's still kind of experimental because I've been on it with even my full body, and it looks good enough. But if you look from a third person, it's just jittery.
Oh yeah,
It's just jittering all over the place.
I can imagine that. It's kind of like how VR chat was, like with all jittering all over the place. Yeah, VR chat has definitely improved the full body. I actually, speaking of full body right now, I have realized something. I have track straps, like for track straps, like, and I've had them for so long. I use them for so much that I actually need to get new ones. Literally, I guess yeah, my right foot is falling out. It's actually been ripped. So the basically the brick on the the brick the I'm just gonna call it the fucking square inside there. The square inside there, we screwed it on the tracker onto, is starting to pop out. So I may have to look at some new one or learn how to sew. Honestly, I may take up sewing actually because that's useful. That's very useful.
Grandma.
Grandma brownies. Hell yeah.
But that sounds good though, Grandma Brownie.
It does. Oh, you know what? No, because okay. This is not even VR related right now, but fucking grandmas, they make amazing food. Like, oh my god.
Mine doesn't.
Oh god. No, because
Mine literally overcooks the fucking microwave things.
that's because you don't have some old. Because I have grandparents who's more city based. They're very like they're city, And if I'm not mistaken, they come from like if you go further back from on my mother's side, they come from Germany. Um, and my father's side are a lot more traditional because they come from like in the middle of Norway. And my grandma is so traditional, and she makes amazing traditional food, like some really good stews and everything. It's so fucking good, but it's so unhealthy. It's good, but if and you can't stop eating, so that's how grandmas force you to eat food. You know that whole stereotype, like oh
No,
you look so skinny. They always say you look so skinny, and then they start fucking force feeding you.
mine doesn't do that at all.
It's just
I
the
guess the
opposite.
point of my family is, well, my part of my family that is just was rich before, so they didn't really cook
Oh, of
before.
course. They went out to eat all the
So,
time.
I don't
Ugh.
really know. They don't really know how to cook. But
Oh,
let's
it's
not talk about
awful.
family here.
Let's not talk about family at all. Okay, back to VR. Because
Let's go to the new topic. To be
a new
honest,
topic.
so,
I kind of want to talk about because I kind of want
yeah.
to talk more about like because we have different headsets, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because let's talk about because if any of you guys are watching and you guys don't know what headset to get, Um, I actually I cannot recommend the Vi right now because the Vi was a really good one, but the resolution is really because right now, if I'm looking right at the camera, I had to put it like this close to me, where it isn't that pixelated. I'm not looking right now at the camera, what the camera says, and it's really pixelated kind of at times. But it could also be my vision kind of
I
because
have the
I
same
am
resolution.
yeah, but then it may be because of I am nearsighted like -2. So I may need be at any glass to wear my glasses while playing VR as well. Where's my glasses
I
actually?
have actually my faceplate actually. I bought a separate one that supports glasses, so I can just put my glasses on while I'm in
Oh,
VR.
that sounds so much easier. Because I remember I once tried wearing
Mm-hmm.
glasses in my Vive. It worked, but it was so fucking hard to put them on. So
Mm.
that's another
Well, I
thing.
have the CV1. You have the Vive, and we have the same type of screens, but
I
you
think
have
so.
an LCD and I have an OLED.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
It's a big.
think.
I think that's the difference. So I can't remember exactly, but because I also have the
Mm.
Oculus Quest, the first one, and I also have the DK2. But honestly, like if I want to recommend a headset, because I heard so much good shit about like the Quest 2. The Quest series is apparently really good.
Yeah. If you're a new VR player and you just want to get into it, get a Quest. Get a
Get a
Quest
Quest,
2.
get a Quest.
It's and then later on maybe buy a gaming PC that can run VR and just
Yeah,
get a link cable.
yeah. And if
The
you really want to
easiest
go,
upgrade you can do.
is the easiest upgrade you can do. Yeah, because honestly, if you really want, if you don't have a computer for it, and let's be honest, right now it's really hard to get into gaming because of the whole GPU shortage. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and especially now, because have you read the news about the Suez Canal?
Oh yeah, about Evergreen.
Yes, yes. A cargo ship got stuck in the Suez Canal, one of the busiest cargo routes. So and probably there's probably some GPUs on one of those ships that can't get through.
There are GPUs on there. There's a load there for AMD and Nvidia on there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even for Samsung, even Samsung things are on there.
So should they even fear it may take weeks before that ship is out.
Well, they can load off the containers on it.
Yeah, they
They can do
can.
that, but
But
the ship.
the problem is it's blocking the lane. No ship can get past it.
Mhm. Well, there is a runaround for it, but it's gonna take 7 days more, and you have to go through Africa.
Yeah, yeah. You had to go through, and that will often cost companies. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I heard about this. If they actually go around Africa, it will cost them $500 million extra
Mm.
because of hours and how long it takes. It will cost them extra. It was
And also
ridiculous.
tariffs and things like that.
Yeah, Yeah, it's really really so it's really bad, especially with gaming. But yeah, yeah, the Quest 2, it's one of the best selling headsets, isn't it? I
Well, it's
just
currently the best-selling headsets for Steam VR.
Yeah, because it's a great way to get into. But let's say you get a
Hmm.
gaming computer and everything. What's the next best step after a Quest? Like, if you want to really increase, like,
Well, if you're planning to wait, Decagear, and if you're not planning to wait because you really want to get into VR and things like that,
better
I would
resolution.
recommend you, yeah, better. I would recommend, well, the Cosmos Elite, not the
Yeah,
normal Cosmos. Get the Cosmos Elite because the
I've
normal
heard.
one, the tracking on that is atrocious. The Elite has base station tracking, which makes it just better than it's technically just an improved Vive on that
It's a
point.
much. Well, it's kind of like the Vive Pro, kind of. If I'm not mistaken, it's kind of like the Vive Pro.
Well, no, because the resolution is not that high. But the
Oh.
comfort of the headset, that's the one thing that even with the
Oh
normal
yeah.
Cosmos, the comfort with that headset, they went on beyond with the comfort. It's a really nice headset to put on. It's easy to put off.
Yeah.
Um, but I wouldn't trust my money currently in HTC because they are actually planning to like get fully off normal
What?
headsets for
Oh my god.
consumers.
Oh, they're only going in like
They're
industry
planning to do
headsets?
more things for commercial stuff. Hmm?
Oh my god. Okay, I see then. Because I know a friend of mine, Wiki, Wick, if you're watching, she has the Cosmos Elite with full body tracking and everything, like the UI tracker settings, and she says it's the best thing to buy. If, for example, say if this headset breaks, because honestly, I've had this headset since 2018, and but honestly, I can say one thing about this headset, the Vive headsets, like these ones, they're really fucking sturdy. Because there was one party.
Minus two. Well,
Yeah, because literally, when I was playing in 2018, like late 2018, during like the whole New Year party and VR and everything, and I wasn't drunk, but like I was still doing like fucking stupid. I was moving so much, I was like snapping my head back way too fast. All of a sudden, my headset falls off because I'm whipping my head, and it falls off. So it goes like right here. It goes off right here, hits the wall, lands on the floor. It was before I got the yoga mats or exercise mats, and it hit the floor. It's still working, no problem.
oh, my story would have said. I backed my. Uh, I was trying to like get something to drink, and my stupid ass didn't went for my desk. I went to my closet,
Oh,
so I just.
oh yeah. Oh god.
I had an indent on my nose because I'm wearing glasses in VR. I had an indent on my nose. You can literally
Oh,
see where my glasses touches my nose.
oh my god.
And it still works. It doesn't have any scratches, but there's one
Yeah.
downside with mine. It's because it has fabric, and that fabric it just it absorbs sweat and doesn't let it go.
Oh, fucking okay. Let's talk
Even though
about
it's on the exterior of the headset.
yeah.
I don't
But
know
actually,
how
that's
the hell sweat gets there.
it's ridiculous. But actually want to talk about this, and I'm gonna try to rotate this right here because fuck, you need to fix this rotating somehow. Like, oh god, you're gonna fix that too wild. But anyways, the fucking face gasket or whatever it's called again. This shit, like there's inlining that your face is resting on. What? I hate it, especially on the Vive. I fucking hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause if you get sweaty or something
You
like that,
always get a secondhand one.
yeah, I have so many right now at the point. I'm trying so many materials right now. I have the normal foam one. I hated the foam one. I got right now two leather ones, like they're made of leather, like organic leather. They're pretty fine, but okay, so but I also want a headset who's makeup friendly, because sometimes, I don't want to fucking take off my makeup to play VR, because that's a hassle. And when I take it off, it's just like a fucking skin color line on the casket. like a really long, like skin colored. Oh god damn it! Oh fuck! And I hate it. I honestly hate it. So if they can make it
Well, I
makeup
can't
friendly,
relate. I don't put on makeup.
you're a male. Exactly. You don't need to make. Then again, actually, I was saying that there's a lot of boys or men who use makeup. There's a lot of them actually.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be fixed with a rubber one? Or is it worse on the rubber one?
I think it's worse because imagine. That being said, I, you can ask me because I have latex, and it's kind of similar to that because it's basically wearing a latex hood, like a hood. It's very similar to that, and it's kind of useful. But then again, if you start sweating and everything, it's gonna run through and into the lens.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you start from the forehead,
Yeah, well,
so it isn't that good.
I'm actually still using the one that I originally bought with it.
Oh, that's impressive. That's really impressive. I do actually remember
Because
because
I clean my headset. I clean this almost every time I use it. And just... I had my headset in 2016,
oh god, yeah.
the day it released. Today is actually my 5-year
Anniversary.
birthday in VR. Yeah.
You know what? Hold up a second, because I do believe I first got the Oculus the first Oculus that came out in the market, which I do believe was the CV1 as well. I also have that, and
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was 2017, and I do remember because that's when I fell in love with like those really like simple controllers. It's kind of very nice controllers. That's why I kind of felt also wanted
Yeah,
the knuckle.
the controllers are just... I have used the Vive ones,
They're just
and
not
they're just
comfortable.
not. They just don't. They're
They
not
don't.
comfortable in your
They're not
hand at all.
comfortable.
Like the
They're
touch
not comfortable.
controllers, you just put them on, and you automatically go for the trigger. Your middle finger automatically goes for the grip.
Yeah,
The Oculus did a really good job with that one.
it did. So that's why when I first heard about the index controllers being able to pair with the Vive, I immediately was like, I'm gonna order them. But I had to go through the hassle and order it on my boyfriend's address because they don't ship it to non-European Union countries. But also, yeah, it's so nice because literally the Vive controllers, it's like two Vive like V controllers. It's two fucking V controllers. That's basically what it is. Two fucking V controllers. Because it's so uncomfortable. It's not nice at all. So honestly, get some knuckle controllers. Basically, some nice knuckle controllers so you can grab like just rest on your hand instead of having to hold it all the time.
Yeah, like I have mine with those straps, those
Yeah,
accessories for the straps. So I don't even have to like literally hold mine. I can just let go.
that's a that's a good thing about the knuckle controllers because the strap is right here on my hand, like right here. So I can do like this and be like flick it out and still want. I have nothing around my wrist.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I can do
So
that
nice.
too.
Yeah.
With the Decagear also has that.
Oh yeah, I saw the Decagear controllers. They look really nice. They look really really nice.
Decagear is sort of like the Index controllers, but more like Quest controllers.
Yeah,
They look more like Quest controllers, but they act more like
because they have
Index
finger
controllers.
tracking. They have finger tracking, don't they?
Mhm.
Yeah.
They have finger tracking, and they also have that special strap to the knuckle, that the knuckle
Oh
has.
yeah, yeah. Because
They
yeah,
have
it's the
that too in
right.
there.
Because the reason why it's called knuckle controllers is I do believe it's because literally the strap is on your knuckles. The strap is literally on your knuckles right here.
Hmm.
So it's
Well,
really
mine's not
nice.
actually on my knuckle. It's right behind the knuckle.
Okay, maybe not like just it's maybe like a tiny bit behind it.
I think we're jabbing too much about our own stuff.
We are honestly, but yeah, the whole because if you guys want to get into the market, get an Oculus. When you can get a gaming computer and everything, and when you can afford it, if you want better resolution, yeah, the Elite Cosmos, or if you really want to splurge, you can't get the index. Because I have tried the index myself. My boyfriend has the index headset, and honestly, I just fell in love. It was so comfortable as well to wear, and it was so nice, and it's just amazing. It's amazing stuff.
I don't know. I've
You never
never
wanted it.
tried an index.
No, because the thing is, like, with the Vive especially, because the Vive is so heavy on the front. It's so front heavy. It's like this in itself, like bobbing your head up and down, it's an exercise in itself. The index was so light, and the resolution was so good. Like, it's a Steam product. What do you expect? It's a really good product.
Well, don't say that because you know the Steam controller.
But in retrospect, the Steam controllers were actually fucking great. They were
Well, it was a
actually.
flop, to be honest.
It was a flop
It's
because um.
and I pressed the wrong thing, I think.
Oh, you pressed the wrong thing. Okay, we have a guest on the podcast today, guys.
Hi, Obi.
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm currently doing a podcast.
So
I don't know if you want to join, but
we're talking about VR headsets. So sorry about this, guys. It's just AJ accidentally pressed accept.
really.
So we just had to wait a tiny bit for this to get
What the hell
resolved.
is the normal Obi?
Is he not talking?
That's a
Yes.
fucking meme guy.
No memes on the podcast. Not yet, at least.
Shut the fuck up. The whole podcast is a meme.
It was it's a good meme. Hello there. Yes. Why did you accept,
Obi, why the
AJ?
hell are you not talking? I didn't mean to. I pressed accidentally.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, this
Yeah,
is.
what do you have?
What's he trying to say?
They're both the same fucking mask. I know the fucking meme.
What? I don't get it.
Why the hell did you fucking turn into a furry, you mother?
He's a furry. Okay. So we also represent the furry community. As you can see, we have Obi right there. He's representing the furry community. Well, don't show your ass. Good. Anyways, let's get back to it. Oh. Oh my god, what is happening? AJ. Let's get to it. We're gonna continue the podcast now. We're talking here.
Okay.
Just don't mind a thing in the.
Worry. If you see a furry in the background, it's not.
I'm gonna lower
It's
down.
not our slave.
Yeah, I'm gonna lower down audio just because it may mess up the audio on the podcast later. So we lower that down. Anyways, okay, so we were talking. We were talking headsets, and again, it was the index. Yeah, really good, but it costs so much. If I'm not mistaken, it costs like
Yeah.
800. Wasn't it 800
1,000.
euros? Yeah, 800 to 1,000. I think it's 800 alone. Like just the headset itself is 800, with the knuckle controllers and the lighthouses. It costs over 1,000 bucks. So it's really it is really
Yeah.
bad.
It's just. It's elite. It's literally, if you have it, you're one of the elites.
It's a brand product basically, and it's a brand. I just had such a hard R there. Holy shit! That's a British R right there. Yeah. Bring me the Vive. But basically. The Vive is really comfortable.
But to sum everything up, if you're a new beginner, get a Quest 2.
Get a Quest 2.
If you already have a gaming PC, I would actually recommend you just go with a Cosmos Elite.
Yes.
If you're wanting to splurge,
The Index.
Valve Index. Or get a Pimax.
Or Pimax. Oh yeah, oh god, the Pimax. Oh yeah, we haven't even talked about the Pimax yet. There's, oh my god, they have ridiculous resolution. Some of them.
Ridiculous resolution and the POV on that one is like 180 or something.
Holy shit.
It's ridiculous.
Because-
And the resolution of it and the price is
Ridiculous.
quite reasonable, actually.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, there's a 5K headset from Pimax that is like, what was it again? 1,000 and 1,200. If I'm not mistaken. I'll put it up behind it right here though. I'll put up the price and the product itself, like how much it costs. But it is if you want to splurge, and that's just a headset. It doesn't come with any controllers. If I'm not mistaken, there's no controllers.
No controllers. The Artisan, the one that's actually quite good, I think it was, let me look at the resolution, it's 1440p.
Yeah,
It's less than 400 euros.
it's really good. That's good money. Because
It's 120 hertz even.
120 hertz. Holy shit! Oh god, that's fucking. Even my monitor doesn't go that fast.
I mean, we are VR users. We don't really need monitors that go
we don't really
144 hertz, 360
What do
hertz.
we need?
We really don't. We don't really need that because we have a headset. The headset
have a
already
headset.
goes to 90 hertz, at least ours.
Yeah. But I do play some FPS games, so every now and then I kind of need some better hertz.
Yeah, I don't, so I don't really need it.
Because I just played some Battlefield 4 today, just for fun. I played some Battlefield 4, and hertz really makes a difference there. Like I really need some better monitors. I still have the original monitor from 2013, when I first got into building computers, when you could actually buy
I can
GPUs.
beat you with that one.
Oh, you have older?
My monitor's from 2006.
Oh, mama, that's spicy.
It's not even a monitor, it's a television.
It's a oh my god, yes. Oh, the televisions. Ah.
It was the biggest television back then. Nowadays, it's a small monitor.
It's a small monitor. That's a fun thing, because okay, let's talk about early VR. Like early VR. The earliest VR is technically the fucking Nintendo had made one. That is technically the earliest, like, kind of virtual reality.
No. The first one was actually not Nintendo. The technology, yes, but the first sort of VR experience actually happened with pictures.
Pictures. Well, yeah, but like the first headset. If I'm not mistaken, because Nintendo, I don't remember. Back then, the Nintendo headset was just one color. It was red, one color, red. That was all.
Mm-hmm.
It was like back in the, I think.
We're getting off topic.
I know. Welcome to podcasting. We're trying our best. We're talking about headsets now. Get back up here.
Huh?
Let's get back up here. There you go. But yeah, we're getting a bit off track. But yeah, I said first headset Quest, splurge. Just if you want to splurge, like or a medium, but again, computer.
Next topic is actually computers.
Computers. Oh yes. Well then again, yeah, we're talking about computers. Let's actually talk about again the whole GPU issue, the whole eGPU issue, because
GPUs, yeah.
because that happened because of COVID. Because so many people started working from home and upgrading.
It didn't really happen because of COVID. It happened because within COVID, like, everybody had to stay home, and they realized, oh, my crappy old PC is not cutting it.
Exactly. And then
so they just don't like, oh, let me just get a new computer, or let me just get a new graphics card, let me get that. But if almost everyone in the world does that, There's gonna be shortages.
There's a shortage of a certain chip. There's a certain computer chip that is the shortage of. It's a very the main ingredient of in a GPU that there's a major shortage of like right now. They're getting better, but then they also have the fucking scalpers. I fucking hate the scalpers so much.
I hate scalpers and love scalpers at the same time because some scalpers actually are good ones.
They put the price lower than the actual product.
I have a friend of mine who has a Raspberry Pi that has a bot on there that can do scalping. His friend of him asked him like, "Hey, I want a 6000 series. Could you like put your bot onto it?" He said, "Sure. Give me amount of money that the bot can spend. I will set it to that amount, and then it will push it automatically within like a millisecond."
Yeah.
Like there are good ones.
That is a good one.
But
If he
there are always good ones and bad ones within this story. If something gets outsold, because some people just buy it to resell it, and some people buy it to give it to someone, or someone buys it to actually use it.
It is useful because I remember now my friend actually used it. Used a bot, but it wasn't an automatic bot. It was a bot that told him when it was in stock. Basically, it was a 3090. So he bought a 3090 and he kind of regrets it because a 3090 isn't really worth it. Like the value, it's like the 3090 is very similar to the 3080. So honestly, get the 3080 if you have a chance.
3080 is more for gaming. 3090 is more for production.
Exactly. It's really good for like 3D modeling, rendering. It's really good for that. But in general, if you just want to do gaming,
well, the 3080 can also do that.
They can also do that.
Also do 3D modeling and things like that. But the 3090 has more RAM,
Much more
and a
RAM.
lot of like 3D modeling, or video production things.
Yeah.
Just require more RAM on your graphics card, especially the DaVinci Resolve. That's just gonna eat up your RAM on your GPU with ease.
It is, honestly. So, wait, hold a second. Oh, fuck, where's that? I need to check if the recording is going. Sorry. But yeah, another thing with the GPU.
Do you now?
No, it moved. It was still recording. We're like, almost 1 hour in. Don't worry, we're 1 hour in. But another thing about the GPU is again, this is going to be a bit VR related, because when you look for a GPU, you want to look for something that has more than 10 RAM, like 10 gigabyte RAM, or something that has 10 gigabyte RAM for VR. You don't need it, because I have one. I have a 1070, which has 8 gigabytes.
If you have 8, it's good enough.
It's good enough, but it's gonna be smoother kind of. It's a smoother experience with more VRAM. It's not. Oh my goodness, I've been incorrect. Fuck, boyfriend, why are you talking shit to me?
I'm
like
the
that.
IT guy here, and you're not.
I know a tiny bit, but I am not. You know way more.
It helps to have more RAM. But it also helps on having a faster core in there.
Yes.
If you have a really fast core and just 8 gigs of RAM, it's gonna run the same if you have like 12 gigs of RAM on there, but a really slow core.
Yeah. Exactly. The core speed.
At the end of the day, it's gonna run on the core and the amount of gigabytes you have on that graphics card. It's simply just a cache, because RAM is technically cache. So
it is.
I would recommend, if you get one for VR, you can do a 4 gig one if you're doing basic stuff, like doing Beat Saber and things like that. If you want to go in VR chat, get an 8 gig one.
Yeah.
Because VR chat is far more intenser on your computer. It's far more intenser on your GPU, especially with avatars.
Oh god, yes.
Avatars can be ridiculous.
Yes, I know. Speaking of avatars right now, I just want to say, because one of my friend, he has two 2080s, and he basically has to, because his avatar is literally 100 megabytes, almost 200 megabytes. Because he wants to have it like so hyper realistic with texturing and shaders. It's all shaders that is causing that avatar to be so heavy. and it's absolutely awful. Like my
Yeah.
avatar is decent. I think my avatar is like 5 MB or 10 MB. I think is something like that. I actually no. I may help a second. I am. I gotta check it. I just realized I gotta check it right now.
14.
Yeah, 14. That's like nothing. Like 14 is nothing. Like so quick to load. But yeah. Speaking of like, you can even run VR if you have a 1070 or even the 10, something in the 10 series, like above the 10. Like if you have a 1060, you probably won't be able to run VR too well. But if you have a 1070, you can run VR no problem. It's sometimes a bit laggy certain games. I have realized, since I bought it, like I think I upgraded to a 1070 in like 2017 ish, and I have noticed right now that it's getting a bit old. It's getting a bit old. I have 32 GB of RAM as well.
Well, yeah, but back to my point.
Yes.
It doesn't even matter what graphics card you have, what brand you have, meaning with the maker of it, not the brand of like Gigabyte, MSI, Asus, etc. If you get an AMD one, go ahead. You can get an AMD one. You can get a Nvidia one. Don't get Intel though, because that doesn't really want VR. There are no drivers for it. Don't do it. AMD ones. I currently use an AMD one. I have the AMD Vega 64 and even have it overclocked. I'm running this game at 90 FPS almost every time. The only time I'm not doing that with 90 FPS is when I'm in an Avatar animation world, where some of my friends show off their Avatar animations.
Yeah.
But in the video, it's just if you get a 1070 is good enough for
It
VR.
is. It is.
If you want to explore on a 1080, go ahead. Right now,
There's-
don't do it though. Wait until everything is over.
Yeah. Wait until the shortage
But
is not over.
5000 series AMD, 6000 series AMD, they're all good enough to run VR.
They look
10
good.
series above the 70 is good enough for NVIDIA. 20 series is good enough with NVIDIA. 30 series is good enough with NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Just don't try to get the cheapest one right now.
No, don't.
At least get one that's kind of better at this point, because you're technically then doing future-proofing your system, which you should always do. Because you're not going to spend a year with that system. No, you're going to spend more than 3 years or more with that system.
Even yeah. That is a good point.
Future-proofing it is just a thing that you need to do.
Honestly, that's why I also bought with the whole computer thing. I have 32 GB of RAM on my computer, because I'm like, okay, then I got enough RAM. I don't need to ever worry about RAM for like years until they start getting slow. And my processor is pretty decent as well. I am an Intel girl, so, and that's because of Armor 3. Because I play a lot of Armor 3 in the days, and the best processor for Armor 3 was an Intel. Because it just processed everything so much better.
Well, I also have Armor 3, and I used to play it actually on my FX, and it runs fine. But nowadays, I actually have a Ryzen 7 2700. I have it overclocked to 4.8 gigahertz. It can boost clock until 5, but then it's going to be at cost of my microphone, because my fans are going to be blasting.
That's an issue.
About computer stuff with VR, Intel or AMD. Well, it depends. It depends what you play. Some games are Intel preferred. Some games are AMD preferred. Some games they don't care. Like Chill Out VR. Chill Out VR doesn't care if you have an Intel or AMD. They just look at all your core counts and use it, because Chill Out VR is actually multi-threaded. But VR chat, sadly enough, is still not really optimized for multi-threaded tasks. So
No.
if you're doing VR chat, I would recommend a really fast single-core processor, and that's either a Intel Core i7 or something,
i7.
i7's 11 series,
I have the coffee series.
or AMD Ryzen Ryzen 700. 700, yes.
700. God.
Ryzen 7
Wow, what's
5000
happening?
series.
You're cutting out there now and then. Oh no, I just want to check. What's the ping right now? Sorry about this, guys. It's a bit of because sometimes I cut out.
194.
194. Okay, I have 200. That's my normal ping in reaction.
Yeah, but
200.
it's also recorded. So.
It is recorded. Yeah, you have it recorded as well. So I will basically just separate the audios and everything because I'm not recording myself. I just realized that I should have recorded myself as well, but that's fine. I'll
You're
figure.
also recording desktop.
Yes.
Why?
You know, you know what? It's the first janky episode. Maybe this is fine. Okay, for next episode
I
though,
hope you have it a separate track.
it's a separate track though. Of course, it's a separate track. Of course, always. Of course I do.
Do you even know do you even know what a separate track is?
Yeah, it doesn't really. I think when you separate the tracks, you have desktop audio and the voice audio separated.
Okay.
It's supposed to be on separate. I swear I said so it separates the track. I set that up in the settings. It should. If it didn't, I blame Streamlabs.
But back at what I was saying.
Yeah.
Just get one that's at least 6 cores.
Yeah. 6 core or 8.
And it doesn't really matter if you get an Intel or AMD. I would prefer if you get an AMD one because it's cheaper and the price per performance is better on AMD. If you have programs that prefer Intel, get an Intel. No one cares what processor you're using as long as you're still getting enough FPS.
That's the most important part as well. That's also why I switched over to Intel. For some reason, my AMD when I used to have AMD, but for some reason those they got so slow so fast, and that's probably because I bought the cheapest, the cheapest processors from AMD. That's probably why.
That's back in the day, though.
It was also before
back
Ryzen.
In the day, AMD was not good.
Exactly. I upgraded in 2017. I upgraded to Intel, and no, was it? It was before I upgraded to Intel before Ryzen came out, like the first. I can't remember.
Yeah, and Ryzen, they just had it out the park because Ryzen is really good.
Yeah, I heard good things about it.
Waited until the good time and then came out with Ryzen. Ryzen's 1st gen, 2nd gen, 3rd gen, 5th gen. Because 4th gen is only for laptops. They just did a good job with that. And Intel is right now still lagging behind with AMD, but as again I said, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
As long as you get the FPS. That's what matters. Gamers don't care. Oh, you're an Intel boy. Oh, you're an AMD boy. They don't care as long as you play with them.
We don't care at all.
FPS to help them.
We don't care at all, honestly. Like for example, what do you have doesn't matter. You have a Ryzen, I have an Intel, and you have did you say you have an AMD graphic card?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, exactly. So you basically have everything AMD. I have a NVIDIA graphic card and an Intel. It's the same thing with with headsets. We don't care what headset we have. I don't give a shit.
Well, Quest people.
Okay, because they can't really run. They can't really run. That's a bad thing about Quest. Yeah, we're going back again to Quest. The Quest can't really run.
Quest people. Just saying, if you're Quest, if you're playing VR chats, people who have PC VR are gonna dash on you. The reason is because Quest is technically running on a mobile processor, and not even one for a PC. It's one for phone.
It
And they cannot run the avatars that we're currently doing. They cannot do that at the same detail that we're doing right now. That's why a lot of people are dashing on the Quest people, because they
yeah.
can't see it. They
It's
can't see
so
the
it's
PC avatars.
so it's kind of discrimination against the Quest users, kinda. If you think about it, it's kind of discrimination. But then again, I have actually considered start making Quest-friendly avatars because I have a few friends who only have the Quest. So
You know what's annoying with me? I tried to make even this world Quest friendly. You know what happened to my Unity? It
what
literally
happened?
just crashed when I switched it over to Android.
You know what?
I
Even
go
Unity.
back into Unity, it keeps crashing. So I have to like literally remove the Android support from my Unity,
Oh my
go
god.
back until this project, and then I can move. Then I can actually do stuff. I think my Unity is fucked.
I think your Unity is racist against Quest.
But I have reinstalled my Unity. I even have a
Okay.
new Windows install.
Oh, you know what? We should one day we should talk about Unity and Blender one day as well. Because honestly, those two are like something.
Yeah.
I have so many stories about Unity and Blender, and oh my god, so much shit like working on
Same
those.
here. I'm a public avatar creator. I'm a public meme avatar creator. That's even worse.
Yeah, because I also used to make
You
memes.
actually make your models.
Yeah, I do a lot of work with my models. I also did a lot of memes back in the days, during the height of, well, it wasn't really, when I started doing memes with Lolaton as well back in the days. Like we did meme a few times, but since I took such a long break from VRchat, I kind of lost the whole meme thing. So kind of like, yeah, but maybe I'll do some meme.
I
But
actually, if we're gonna talk about Blender, I have a lot of friends who love Blender but hate Unity.
oh, um, actually, no, I don't know. I have my boyfriend is a Blender guru. He can do. He's currently right now making his own avatar from scratch. Right now, he's been working on it for like 3 or 4 months right now, but it takes time. It whole. But another episode for another time because the whole process of making an avatar from complete scratch. It's like holy moly. Like it's
Like I've tried it once, and just the bones were everywhere. The textures that I imported from the Blender onto Unity, I put it on the model. It was just switched around. I don't know how.
Yeah, no, it's the Blender and Unity is very similar, but at the same time completely different. But that's for another episode. Uh, that's another episode to talk about because
Mhm.
it's we
Let's
can
actually go to the new topic,
okay.
which we can both talk about.
All right, let's go.
The new topic is the other topic is actually drones.
Oh yeah, drones. Okay, yeah, because drones, because we both have flown drones, right?
I actually did an internship in an FPV
Yeah.
store.
So you have basically a bit more knowledge on the FPV part then. The FPV because or do you not? It's
Not really. I only
not
did their
really.
web
Okay.
shop.
Oh, okay. Because the big difference, FPV drones are usually used for racing, but also some people use FPV to kind of see a bit more for pictures, basically. So they can take some nice pictures and kind of physically see it themselves without having to look down on a screen. I have a Mavic Mini, and I've really been interested in drones for a long time. So I flown a lot. I tested range. I'm right now modifying my controller so it has a better antenna, so I can go about 10 kilometers. I don't for any American viewers. I'm very sorry. I'll put I'll put some translations for what that is in the video. So what that is in miles, but drones. Oh yeah, it is so fun though. That's another reason like why I love like 3D printing, for example. You can basically just I can make my own upgrades as well. It's a bit off topic, but just drones in general is amazing. The Mavic Mini is right now the cheapest kind of like cinematic drone you can have. Like you can get great videos and great photos. Because you don't have to splurge on. If you really don't want to splurge, you can get a Phantom or a DJI Phantom or a DJI Mavic Air. The Mavic Air is just a big brother of the Mavic Mini. But also another interesting thing about that field though is it's the FPV drones, because a lot of FPV drones are made. They are built themselves from scratch, like a do-it-yourself kit. And it's really interesting though. I got a friend who lives in Stockholm, and she goes to FPV races every now and then. And basically, the hardest thing to is it's also expensive to get into. Like FPV itself is really expensive to get into, because again, you need a headset. You could, and you can, technically now, I know that you can actually use a VR headset. So if you already have a VR headset, you can technically mod it, so it could be used for FPV. But then if you have like for example, say HTC Vive, or something that needs a computer, you're still stuck needing a laptop or something like that to kind of be able to use it. While, because again, if you want a decent FPV goggles, as you call it, or they call it goggles. The cheap one is goggles. If I'm not mistaken, it's goggles. Um, and they could cost about 500 euros. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, actually, fat sharks can actually be quite cheaper.
Oh yeah, Fat Shark. Yeah, I forgot about those. They are the cheapest one. They are the cheapest one on the market. But
Like if you want a really good one, DJI currently makes one of the best
yes.
ones, even
Oh
if because you can also watch other people with that headset.
yes, that's the thing. Yeah, DJI currently has one, but that is so expensive right now. If I'm not mistaken, that was like 800.
I don't remember the price.
It will be up on it will be up on screen right here, guys. It will be up on screen right here. The
But
prices.
speaking of FPV is not actually only used for photography and things like that. That's also being used for cinematic things.
Yes, I do know that. I watched a YouTuber who he does a lot of weird stuff. It's RC Test Flight, I think it's called. He makes a lot of his own like RC stuff, and he works like with big industrial drones to like record like commercials, some movies and everything. He works with that, and basically those drones have FPV because they need to know how close they are to the object. Like I was saying, they're filming like a boat commercial, and the boat is driving on the water. They want to know exactly how close they are to the water. But then again, for example, the fish shark ones. The fish shark is the sheep one. It's basically just a screen. If you want to have a depth perception, you need to basically have like a DJI headset, like a DJI headset. Then you can see kind of like how close you are to the object itself. And it's really interesting though.
Well, yeah. Well, um, there is actually a project on GitHub that people are using a Raspberry Pi to connect to the signals from like your FPV drone, because your FPV drone sends out a signal that your headset receives. With that GitHub repository, they're actually making it that you just put a module onto a Raspberry Pi, and you put on a headset, like a game headset, like a Rift,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Vive, or anything like that, and it has the resolution of the Vive and has the perception of the Vive and the accessories for it. You can wear it almost all day, because if you get a Quest or something, well, it doesn't work with Quest yet. They're
No,
working
not
on
yet, but
that,
some people are gonna get
but
it out.
and it's just awesome because it upsamples the Raspberry Pi, uses the processor on there to upsample actually the video that they have there. So the thing that you see on your headset is just 10 times better that you see on a Fat Shark or a DJI.
Yeah. It's a lot better. I haven't tried the FPV part yet because it's so expensive to get into, and I was
Mhm.
planning on going to Stockholm though. I haven't told her this yet, but I kind of wanted to go to an FPV race just to see and kind of if try. But then the whole COVID happened, you know. So yeah, a lot of stuff kind of got ruined by COVID. But yeah, no, the drones are awesome. I said I had a tiny Mavic Mini, and I've been printing out some stuff, some landing gears, some sun screening, so it kind of screens the camera from the sun, which can really ruin videos and pictures. I usually
I know.
I yeah I the fun part is that I usually bring it when I go hiking. So like I go on top of the mountain, and you can take some really epic shots, like some really nice pictures, and just amazing stuff. I usually do that when I travel up to Tromsø, which is like in the Arctic, full in the Arctic, and they have so many nice mountains and everything. And it's just beautiful up there. It's like, especially bringing the drone, some nice pictures, some nice video. But yeah, the Mavic Mini only got 2.7K, which is still really good. It's still really good, but it's not 4K. If you want to have a 4K camera, you want to get the Mavic Air 2 right now, because yeah, speaking of which, because right now there's new versions like the Mavic Mini 2 as well is out, which apparently has a longer battery life.
Well, DJI also pressed out a FPV drone, so...
Yes, I saw that one, and it looks really cool, but it's also very expensive because it's a brand. It's a real brand. I know that you can actually get into like a do-it-yourself kit. There's a certain organization who kind of is trying to make FPV droning, like FPV drones, cheaper right now. So they kind of build their own set and everything. And that set only costs 120 euros, which is really cheap, you know, to build your own drone. But that's only a drone, no headset whatsoever. So you still have to splurge. You still have to spend like 200 or 300 more on a headset or on the FPV headset. Um, but another interesting because again with the Mavic Air 2, Mavic Mini 2, longer battery life. Because currently right now the Mavic Mini only got 30 minutes of battery life, and it's no fun when you are flying over like what I once did. I was testing out the range, and stupid me didn't was like, oh, I'm gonna do it over a body of water. Was like, never do that. Never test a range over a body of water. Basically, it was basically like from one
How
side.
stupid are you?
It was the longest distance. Basically,
It's like testing out... It's like testing out a battery. Like, let's put so many voltage on it. Oh, don't worry. It's just gonna go like one day and just don't
yeah,
worry about it.
it is
You're
stupid. I
gonna
was
destroy your stuff if you don't know if it goes that far.
exactly. No, because but the wonderful okay. Here's the wonderful thing though. When you lose a signal, the Mavic Mini automatically flies home. If it loses signal, it just flies home again, like where it took off. That's a
Mhm.
wonderful part about it. So, but you know, my first time testing out a range, I haven't even tested out. That's another thing why I wanted to test out the range. I want to test out if it actually flew back home or not. And that's you can understand how nerve wracking it is, having to physically test out that feature yourself to see if it works by losing signal when the drone goes like 5 kilometers away. I managed to get 5 kilometers because the body of water, it was just between, basically it was just a fjord, so it was on one side of the mountain and flying to the other side of the mountain. It almost got there, and then I lost signal, and it just flew home, but it was so nerve wracking until I got the signal back again. And then, you know, looking at the battery life was like, you have 10 minutes left. I'm like, oh fuck, okay, hold up a second. 10 minutes left. Because I forgot to charge. So in total, it had a
Oh my
25,
god.
it had 25 minutes life yet. So it flew back home with 2 minutes to spare. So
Um,
you just made it. But so never do that, especially not because the thing is like if it fell down, it maybe survived, but I would never find it. That's the thing. I would never be able to. Actually, no. Oh no, I forgot. Again, Mavic Mini drones have a wonderful thing again, and I discovered that feature when I once had to do an emergency landing somewhere that's randomly. It tells you the last position it was. So kind of like a black box kind. It tells you where it was and the whole story. But it's it's really fun though.
that's not how a black box works.
Yeah, okay, well, a radar rather than a radar, because the radar can tell you, or no, the GPS sorry, it's a GPS. If you lose GPS tracking,
Hmm.
you can tell you where the last position is. It's basically using GPS for that. Um, oh, another interesting thing though, because I have seen people actually adding parachutes to the Mini, like building like parachutes, so which deploys automatically if it loses power, and it's not even a new concept. There's one like I don't know, forget who sells it. I think it's DJI who sells it. DJI is selling a huge parachute pack for the like the industrial drones. You know, those heavy drones with the really expensive cameras on them, like for like nice cinematic shooting and
I
everything.
don't know. I'm not that into drones.
Exactly, you're not that into those. So I'm the one who's really into drones. And it's really interesting to know because
You're the one
literally
that's only talking though.
I'm the one who's talking because I'm just rambling. I'm so sorry. I'm so rambling right now. But like, what drones have you flown? Have you at all flown a drone at all?
I've flown a Unique and FPV drone, and I've flown a tricop.
Oh, a tricopter. Oh,
Mhm.
oh, those are interesting.
Unique had a 4K camera on there with how was it called again? Heat vision.
Oh, hit. Oh
Because
my God.
it was for I was there with my internship, and the farmer bought that for his fields because some of his pipes actually started leaking, and his pipes went through his field. So
Oh.
he can then use that drone to like look at the pipes and see, oh, there's a leakage or there's a leakage, without actually physically going there and destroying his crops.
Oh. Oh God. That is awful. That's awful.
The FPV drone was from my brother because my brother is actually really into FPV drones.
It is really fun. It is really fun.
The tricopter was actually also one of my brother, but that was one of his friends who actually 3D printed one. It was quite stable, to be honest.
It is because when you 3D print, when you make it yourself, you yourself have to put in the whole. There's a certain flight specific. You can buy it anywhere. It's a kind of like a flight. Oh, what's it called again? Flight. It's something with flight. I forgot the name. I'm so sorry. It's a sensor that sends kind of like the position of like of the aircraft, kind of like if is it tilting, like is it tilting or anything like that.
You mean a DOF sensor?
It's yeah. That one. So basically, it kind of tells the propellers like which propeller should have more power or less power to kind of keep it stable.
Hmm.
Because the drone is
Should we
constant.
switch topic?
Yes, actually, I think we should
'Cause I
wind
feel like you're
down.
feeling jabbering on about drones for like the last 20 minutes.
I think 10 minutes actually. 10 minutes, a solid 10 minutes of that right now. We're already 1 hour and 22 minutes in, so I know. Should we
Mhm.
sort of should we do a wind down right now? Because we can say some of the topics. Or do we have one last
No,
tech done? No, we have a 3D printer to talk about, don't we? Or what else do we
that's
have?
yeah.
We had left. What's your experience with 3D printing?
None.
None, except yeah. Okay, so um, I
I
guess
really want a 3D printer. I'm actually thinking about buying an SLA printer.
an SL. Yeah. Oh, yeah, an SLL. They're really nice. They're really
But
nice. I
I'm
heard.
new to 3D printing. So I do know about 3D modeling and things like that, but I really just want to get a 3D printer. That's an SLA one because at my home I already have. My brother actually has an FDM one. FDM actually stands for it means you use filament for it, like the filament spools, and SLA is actually you put resin into
Yeah.
resin.
It's a resin
You put the
printer.
resin into you put resin into a basket that then uses what was it called again? Infrared lasers,
Kind of
making it
build
turn
up.
hard.
Yes, it's very interesting because I have actually seen a few of them, of a few resin videos, and the print is upside down. They print it basically upside down in the vat. And I know Creality has a few neat ones. And the thing with resin is really nice if you want to make like figures and like specific figures and very like highly detailed stuff. The 3D printers are kind of, at least the Ender 3 is very, how to say, it's very rough, but it still makes some really nice prints though.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm thinking about buying the Anycubic Phantom Zero,
oh,
which is like $150.
I think it's maybe it's too. If that then you're really limited because I think the build surface then is pretty small.
It's 20 by 14, I guess.
Oh, that's actually pretty small because the Creality who also makes the Ender series, and Creality the CR printers. And also has a few resin printers, which I want to talk about. It was what was it called again? I'll put it on screen. I forgot the name, but that one is currently, if I'm not mistaken, the best resin printer on the market. It has a pretty big build, it's like build surface area, and it's a really good printer. And again, it's moddable, so you can print out upgrades and mods for it. So you can basically just make it your own printer. That's the wonderful thing about 3D printing, and especially with the Ender series, you can mod it to hell.
Yeah, she's really a Creality fan.
I love Creality so much. I just want to say something. I've seen people who have made the Ender 3 foldable. They upgrade the modded it so it can fold.
What?
Yeah, so if you want to basically, instead of having to take it apart, if you want to take it somewhere else, like you're moving it and you don't want to, because then it can kind of it sticks up like a fucking needle, like a haystack, basically. That's not what I'm saying, but he's not. But it sticks up, like and sometimes you can buy a handle, but if you want to travel with it, it's really hard to kind of like carry the whole entire thing. But some people have made it so it folds. I'll put up a screenshot of it or a picture of it right here. So it made it basically you can fold it, and you can easily just carry it. Just put it in a luggage bag. Basically, it's really neat. So
I've seen mods for like the Ender 5 because I was also thinking about buying the Ender 5, but then I saw the SLA printers. I saw mods. I see so many mods for the Ender series. I even have on Thingiverse. I even have a list of mods for the Ender 5.
oh yeah, oh god,
It's the modding community. Modding community with Ender is it's great.
It's insane. I've also seen with the Ender mods is that some people have even modded. You can almost do this with any 3D printer. You can mod the 3D printer to draw. So you example say if you can basically copy a drawing, like a digital drawing, and your 3D printer will then draw that drawing on a piece of paper you place down, and it will draw it with a pencil you attach or something is attached. You attach something very specific. But you attach something. I'll put up a picture of that as well here, because it's really interesting the whole moddable.
Isn't that the Ender 3 2? Doesn't that one have multiple bits?
everything has multiple bits. I think the Ender 3 version 2, as they call it, V2, is kind of meant like so you don't have to mod it that much. Cause the Ender 3 the Ender 3 has a few flaws that I myself had to mod out. So yeah, for example, the knobs, the bed leveling knobs, I'm currently printing them out. After I printed out something else, I'm currently printing out. Actually, yeah, I saw something on Thingiverse right now, so I'm trying to print that out right now. Basically, it's basically for a ball. You can basically like a lemon squeezer, like where you press it onto. What's that called again? A juicer? I think it's called a juicer.
I think so.
I think so. Basically, it screws onto a bottle, so that when you juice it, it goes into a bottle. Which is really neat. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll pre-print that. But I should have a bunch of upgrades. It's really neat, like filament spools and everything. It's really interesting. There's a lot of stuff. Like my entire on my wall right here. I'll put up a screenshot of it of what I have on my wall. But I 3D printed like basically stuff to hold like the controllers and everything. So all of my VR stuff is on the wall except from the trackers. I haven't found anything on the Thingiverse for trackers, so I'm actually considering designing some myself on Blender to 3D print. It's really neat. I like honestly, I think 3D printing is the future. Like it's so cool.
It is the future.
It is the future. Like we can 3D print.
Even talking back with Deca, they actually how they prototype all their stuff is through a 3D printer.
Oh my god, it's so amazing. I recently saw something in the construction industry. There was a house that was completely 3D printed. Like the walls have been 3D printed in a factory. That's like industry.
That's actually quite old.
Yeah, but it was fully 3D printed. Like everything in the house was 3D printed.
Mm-hmm.
It's very old, yeah, but it's still interesting.
Downside to that, the rent of because it is the future of making houses. I have no doubt about it.
Exactly.
But it's also the expense of renting out that system and being cleared by a local government to do it.
It's very very in the early stages.
Than actually building a house. The cost is with building a house and letting it built by builders and things like that is way higher. But the convenience with that is also way higher.
Another reason why they're doing 3D printed, the construction industry is doing more 3D printing or an optimization is because less and less people are actually doing construction. There's less workforce.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're kind of rushing to make some of their jobs like automated. So it's something, yeah, because there's. If I'm not mistaken, there's like especially here in Norway, they lack 50,000 people in the construction industry. And the thing is because no one wants to do that because tech is more interesting. Tech is a lot more interesting. And that's kind of for me because I worked in the construction industry for 4 years and I hated it. I'm never going there again. I hated it. And
controller drift.
It's okay, but yeah, again, but yeah, resin printer, really good choice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good choice. To talk about that. I know my friend. I haven't talked to him in like 6 years, so I can't really call him a friend anymore. But it was back in high school. He was actually an apprentice at the local factory where they were 3D printing in metal. And that sounds so cool. Like 3D printing in metal.
Mm-hmm.
The temperatures.
Well, there's a company in the Netherlands that actually also does that. That company actually made the first 3D printed fully metal bridge.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that. I think I've seen that. So oh yeah, it's so awesome.
Hmm.
It's so cool. It is absolutely
And the
amazing.
possibilities with 3D printing is quite extraordinary
Yeah,
because you can you can do metal, you can do construction. With SLA these days even get used to like make dental stuff, to make glasses even. My current glasses that I'm wearing were made with an SLA printer.
it is insane. Also another funny thing is that I'm right now my 3D printer and I'm with the upgrades I have, I can right now print in silicon. So I can literally make a
I don't know what
flex
you're gonna do with that.
a phone a phone case. I'm gonna try a phone case. Like a phone case first.
Hmm.
Don't you put lewd thoughts or lewd ideas into our viewers and listeners? No,
You
don't.
started about having the shock color.
Okay. That was my fault. Okay, that was my fault. Oh my god. But yeah, 3D printing is so cool. I There's so many do-it-yourself. Basically, yeah, with 3D printing, like suppose say you're missing a screw or something like that, or a very specific like repair thing, and it costs so much to like fix. Like I remember, you probably know the Corridor Crew.
I do.
Of course, she doesn't. I remember it was one episode, and it was about the fridge door, which it just wouldn't stay because it was missing a piece. And I remember Ren literally took the measurements of the existing one that was still there on the door and just 3D printed a new one, and fridge is perfectly fine. that was that was the
Hmm.
moment I realized, like, holy fuck, 3D printer really are the future. Holy shit, that's so cool. And that's why I wanted a 3D printer. Go on.
Talking about that, the reason I actually wanted to get in 3D printing is I saw a lot of prosthetics actually with 3D printing, and I thought,
Oh, yes.
wait, if they can do things with that, what if I just want to build like things for my headset, things for my phone, things for my
Yes,
computer?
yes,
But
absolutely,
then
absolutely.
later on, I actually figured out because I'm actually really into custom keyboards. My current keyboard is Cherry MX not browns, blacks, but the original ones, the fully blacked out ones, looped and filmed. Custom PCB. So you can put a screenshot
Yeah,
up
I'll put a
there if she
screenshot.
wants to.
Yes, I will.
And
I have so much editing to do with pictures and stuff. Like, oh my god, I know, yeah.
fun.
I'm gonna have so much fun.
You also need to sync the audio of mine.
Yes, I had to sync to your audio. If my Streamlabs is, you know, recording correctly, we will be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If it is, I hope
If
for
it's
God
not
we better be.
recording correctly, I'm gonna hate you.
Yeah, I know, but even then, the audio is very, very audible because this is my streaming settings. You know, this is my streaming settings, especially for the audio. So audio is all stream settings, but it should be separate tracks. It should be separate tracks. Even then, it should be pretty good quality. Because if you're using your microphone right now with Audacity, it should be the same quality almost.
Mm. Well,
But anyways,
with SLA, you can actually make a lot of 3D mods for your keyboard. You can even make your own keycaps.
yeah, absolutely, this is amazing. Oh my god, I just love it. I was like, oh, don't mind me.
Yeah.
But absolutely, you're absolutely right though. Modding, like that's the thing with 3D printing. You could do so much with it, but like modding everything. Like I seen so many mods for like headsets. People who have basically made like especially for the wireless headset, you know, they made so you have battery packs, like proper battery packs, like huge ones. That is like behind your head, like right here. Right, I'll put up a picture of that again somewhere, and it's so cool and interesting that people are doing that. It's also for VTubers like myself. I'm a VTuber as well. they have something for the loopet. The loopet, which is basically when you see VTubers using their hands, is either when they use their webcam or they have a loopet that kind of tracks their hand perfectly. So but you can even 3D print a holder like that holds it. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But resin, yes. But honestly, I said I'm myself looking to get into resin printing. Like since you're talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
it is. I watched a few videos of it. There's a certain YouTuber. I put up a link or just show one of the videos right here. Where he talks about basically resin printing, because he made a video I'm kind of following right now to upgrade my Ender 3. I kind of follow his videos to kind of see what I need to get, and it's like it's so fucking awesome what you can do. Like at the beginning, at the first episode, in part 1, it was a stock Ender. Part 3, you can't even recognize it almost. It is ridiculous. But it's okay. Oh, go on. You were talking.
I was gonna say, shouldn't we wrap this up?
We should wrap this up right now, guys, because we've been going on for almost 2 hours now. So I have a lot of editing. This is supposed to
You
go.
need to shorten this and make it more ingestible.
Yes, or it's a podcast, so there's not that much editing. There's just the pictures and everything. It's supposed to be the full
Well, it
length.
is a lot of editing.
It is.
Nope. Nope.
Nope. You don't want me to cut it shorter?
Make it so there's nothing like. It's good to understand what we're talking about, but not too extensive.
I will see. I'll review this because this is supposed to go up tomorrow on Monday. I'll have to see how possible that. I'll have to see how possible that is.
We have to date in like 4 minutes.
Oh my god! I forgot to have a date. Okay, yeah. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for coming to the first podcast. We will keep going and keep doing this for a long time. Hopefully, I hope it. I really
Thank
enjoy.
you for listening to TalkVR.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening or watching to TalkVR. And we'll see you guys next time, next Monday. Yeet.